Okay, I have just watched the trailer for Frozen 2, and wow. Just wow. The original trailer for Frozen was pretty bad, and that tradition has continued. If you haven't seen the trailer, I'm going to recommend now that you go see it. It's really short, and then pause the video, come back, and then we'll talk about it. Alright, have you seen it? What was any of that? Okay, so it opens up with Elsa trying to run up waves by freezing them. Okay. And then you've got all these scenes of, like, running and jumping and riding and, like, what is this? What is the story here? And then there's that big, indulgent vista shot where clearly the characters are going on some kind of gigantic epic journey to the northeast? Somewhere with a lot of fall foliage? Are we doing like a season thing? Actually, I was only half kidding with that. The season thing does seem to be, well, a thing in the story, because there's some kind of supernatural leaf movement. There's a new character who seems to be kind of autumn-themed in terms of coloring. There's a part where Elsa and Olaf are trapped in some kind of circle of fire, and Elsa's trying to put it out, and there's like a battle of the elements thing going on. So I guess everything was peaceful in Arendelle until the Autumn Nation attacked. Alright, so, again, just to break down, what I think we can safely assume is something is going to happen, the status quo is going to be upended in some way, and the characters are going to need to go on some sort of journey to another land. There, they'll make new friends, new enemies, and all that stuff will happen, and we'll see. Now I feel like I definitely need to give my misgivings. Frozen 2 was always going to be hard. First off, the movie was just ridiculously successful. It's very hard to follow up any movie that performed on that level without being a disappointment. The second issue is the story of the characters in Frozen is kind of concluded. Everyone kind of learned the lessons that they need to learn in order to get themselves to the next stage in their lives where they can be adults, rule their kingdoms, do their things, farm their ice, and be good supportive friends to their reindeer. The only real dangling plot thread that I think they have and that they might try to build a story around is what actually happened to Anna and Elsa's parents. Because that just kind of comes out of nowhere. Mom and Dad are on a sea voyage and they die. Or disappear. Off-screen Disney parents' death. And it's entirely possible that this big epic journey is to go find out what happened to the parents. Another thing which I found to be a problem, but it's possible this is the thing that's only going to bother me and maybe a few other people, is I had trouble tracking how powerful Elsa is supposed to be. Because in the original movie, she's pretty OP. She can bring wintry death to an entire, geographical region and make artificial snow monsters. But in Frozen 2, she really seems to be struggling. Can't put out some little fires, can't freeze a wave, can't do all kinds of stuff, I'm assuming. And it's entirely possible that that is connected to the plot. Elsa's powers are waning for whatever reason, and she has to go solve it for some contrivance. If it even needs to be said, the animation looks very nice. This is Disney animation we're talking about. They've shown that you can get that artisanal quality that 2D animation has and make it work in 3D. One of the reasons why I think Frozen was so successful is the fact that it really felt like a return to the Disney Renaissance of the 90s. With things like character design and the general tone and ambiance. Now, as a more direct carry-on from Frozen, they do seem to be doing the Disney action princess thing, but they seem to have heightened it even more. What with all the running, jumping, Elsa doing extreme bodyboarding, and Anna trying to viciously murder the camera at the end of the trailer. So to just sum up how I feel, I am not sold on Frozen 2 by any means, but this is still the teasiest of teaser trailers. They have basically showed us absolutely nothing other than Frozen 2 exists. So, thank you for watching. If you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out Stupid Private right here on YouTube.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.